Thank you. All right, so as Todd posted earlier in the week, we've got tonight's conversation of Speed UTV will be about race cars. How do you make your car a race car? What do you need to do to be race legal? So I'll kind of walk through the process of what I feel it takes based on the rules, the way I read it, for either UTV World Championships, SCORE, or Best in the Desert is what I'm going to focus on tonight. I'm sure all sanctioning bodies have a few different rules, but I feel those are probably the top sanctioning bodies in desert racing, and we'll go from there. So, are we having problems with one of those?
So Instagram sounds good, but Facebook's got some.
Facebook, I think we had a problem with this mic last week. Okay. Is that any better over there on Facebook? I'll continue to talk here just so we can get everybody plugged in. All right, we're trying to get a little better volume. How's that? Is that voice any better there? Or are we too far away?
It's going to take him a second to see the stream.
All right. Is there, are you guys good enough on the screen here? Daniel, do you need to move in a little bit?
Yeah, we can move in, or you just need to stand a little closer this way.
No problem, we can work that out. Thank you.
That's worse.
It's worse, they're saying?
Yeah, Todd thinks that too.
Huh, that's a bummer.
We
We
just
had
go.
two mics
Now
here.
it's saying it's better.
It's better now?
Yeah.
Are you guys okay over there?
So
Can you
it's
hear
way
me?
better. Yeah, way better on Facebook. All right.
All right, excellent. We're going to go with it. That's better. Thank you for tuning in tonight. Daniel, what presentation number is this?
9.
This is 9 weeks in a row, Wednesday nights. We started at 7 p.m. We moved to 9 p.m. to accommodate the West a little bit more, let everybody get off of work, hopefully get home in time to tune into this. Or you can go to either speedutv.com or UTV Underground to get an update of what happened at Speed UTV. I walked you around earlier to the IndyCar. I don't know if Facebook got to see that. We walked around the IndyCar because I want to show you some stuff from the IndyCar, and actually I'm going to save it for next week's presentation just because I got a lot planned tonight and it's going to take a while to get through it. I've also heard that people, some like the call-ins, some dislike it. So when I go to call-ins, if you don't want to listen to the call-ins, go ahead and tune off and tune back in 15 minutes. Hopefully that'll accommodate you guys. But we'll start with race car. And we are going to build, and I said we are going to build a factory race car, tech inspection ready, that can be financed. So that is one of our goals as Speed UTV. We want to accommodate the racers. The racers are really our marketing partners. They're out there in the trenches. We will learn more at a faster pace developing a car with race teams. And so we are going to have a factory UTV program that can be purchased from Speed UTV. Stay tuned for that. Don't trade your upgrade today. Don't do it next week. Give us 30 days here to really lay this out and be very well prepared for you. Just keep tuning in. We'll make sure you're aware of it when we open up. I plan on sometime, I think we said July, right? Late June, early July, we will start taking orders for the factory race cars. We will vet those orders and we will pick the best teams in the industry to partner with so that we can go out there and get wins, because that is going to be the most important thing. All right, so what does it take to make a Speed UTV race ready? And this is, I don't know if you guys can see on the screen there. Are you zoomed in far enough?
If you zoom in on what you're talking about, would be good too.
All right, so I've zoomed in to try to accommodate this a little bit, but there's a list. What I think it takes to make it ready. There's a Parker pumper, fire extinguisher, tool bag, impact gun, medical kit, safety equipment, 12-inch GPS. You don't have to have a 12-inch, but if you're going to race at the competitive level, you're probably going to need a 12-inch touchscreen to be able to zoom in to the level you need to be. Carbon fiber fuel cell, we will make a carbon fiber fuel cell. We will also make an aluminum can to fire fuel cell. We're going to make a full carbon body, race body for the Speed UTV. We will have kits that will add door bars to make it easy where you can weld it in and weld up your clamps. We'll have roof skins, aluminum firewall, window nets. and front bumper, rear lower light bar, rear upper light bar, rear chase light, spare tire and wheel, and a jack. With the race car, that's going to be interesting. Race graphics, personalized or sponsor logos. We can potentially look at doing that for everybody as well. And we will work with Score and Best in the Desert to make sure that when you pull up to the racetrack, your car is certified and race ready. So we will make that job easier for you for the ones that want to go racing with our Speed UTVs. I also want to step back because I know there's the question says, what are we doing for racing? What are we doing for racing? We are first starting with a recreational UTV like Polaris, Arctic Cat, Can-Am, Honda. We want something that everybody can enjoy. So these are not race cars from the factory. These are cars that can be converted to a race car fairly easy. Probably the closest in the industry to being a race car. So I just want to make sure I clarify that, because somebody say, well, I thought I was buying a cruiser and I'm buying a race car. Everybody's buying a cruiser that can be converted to a race car, and we will make a factory UTV race vehicle. All right, so like I said, here's a vision of what we feel it is. Obviously, this one has the roof on it, does not have the window nuts, does not have the spare tire in the back. They will be race ready. You will be able to upgrade or purchase on speedutv.com. Let's say late June to mid-July, and please don't call Ginger tomorrow and ask her, hey, can I upgrade and be #1 on the race car list? We're not going to take race car orders for another, call it 45 days. Let us understand this market. Let us understand so we can bring you the most competitive, best car at the most reasonable price. Pretty cool. One thing we reached out in the social side, and we asked them, what car are you going to upgrade to a Speed UTV? And obviously we get XYZ in quads, thinking about ditching 2 quads, maybe the YXZ. We'll wait for a 782 version, but I'm going to get a 4-seater first. And then obviously we see Polaris 4-seater, Polaris 4-seater. I see an XP Turbo. I see another Polaris. Oh, someone said they sold it, and their Alex Ramirez is number 779. Not ditching my XX, keeping it for trail rides. XX is a great car. Really, really good car. If you put some Speed accessories on it, like a steering rack, gusset support, rear axles, suspension, tabs and structures.
Secondary lock.
Yeah. Just a secondary lock on your clutch. There's just a few things, but those cars are very good. We won the Mint with it. We were very, very competitive at Parker. The XX is a very capable car, especially for the price. I see a 2018 Razor. Gonna be a long wait through the summer because he sold his car. Matt Turtle said that. Brandy Bruiser said, I have to sell my Polaris General to when we get close to getting new cars. I believe that the used market will drop when people see this dirt Lambo in the field. I was kind of joking a while ago, but my goal was to be the largest used Polaris Can-Am dealer in the country. That was a goal we set, and to be honest, we're not going to take trade-ons, but we will be set up with some very quality dealers that definitely will consider trade-ins if that's something you want to do.
Trading in the wife for the El Jefe?
The wife for the El Jefe. I don't know if I would. I don't know if I'd post that guy.
They want to just get the 2-seater then.
I don't know. If you're going to trade the wife in, you might want to get the 4-seater. Then you got 3 to choose from. All right, so let's get serious. We're going to take some questions tonight again. This is where we break for 15 minutes. We will take questions. 704-949-1255. Call the office line here. I got the phone sitting here ready to answer. Yep, there we go. And we'll give it a couple minutes. Hopefully this will ring and we can get some questions in. 949-1255 if you have questions. And we'll take questions for the next 15 minutes. I will not wait for those questions. I will go ahead and continue on and take the questions when they start coming in.
Go ahead, I'll tell you.
All right, perfect. We introduced 3 vehicles now. There's been 3 Speed UTV vehicles that have. We got one coming in. All right.
Yep, all.
Hey, it's Robby Gordon here. How you doing? Yeah, is your name Paul? Yeah. All right, cool. So the question was that Paul has is, can he upgrade to an air-conditioned vehicle? I want to make sure everybody understands that the air-conditioned vehicle will actually be an early 2021 model. We will be bringing these things to the market, call it about June of 2020. So June of 2020, we'll bring our 2021 vehicles to market, and they will be air-conditioned. If you ordered a car today, can you upgrade to the air conditioner before you get your car? The answer is yes, you can. Call an upgrade. Understand that you're going to be 12 months before you get a vehicle. So just want to make sure you guys understand that, because a lot of the guys that ordered cars early, they will be getting those cars as they were placed in order.
Thank you very much. That's the question I had to answer. Thank you for patiently waiting for the vehicle.
All right, thank you very much, and thanks for the confidence. Appreciate it. All right, cool. So we had one call there. Like I said, I'm going to stay continuing questions, but let's talk a little bit more racing as I'm waiting for the phone to ring here. Jason Roach, so I think he's the one that started this. Who's racing? And I think he started it with, who else planned on racing their UTT El Diablo in the Best in the Desert series? Mike Coletto and I will be tearing it up. Who's with us? And then we jump right over. I believe Mike Coletto right here says me, he's in. And then Tim Kelly said, I'd like to race with local races, gotta walk before I run. But the Mint 400 would be a blast. And let me know what to do. Let me know if you do race PID, I'll come help out. So Tim Kelly's obviously saying he's gonna help. I've got another caller coming in. Hang on one second. Hey, caller, how you doing today? Hello, how you doing today?
Hey, Robby. Yeah, Graham.
Hey, Graham, can you hang on just 1 second? I'm working through this, and I'll get right to you, buddy.
Sure, no problem.
All right, so what we got here is, it's kind of funny to check these out. Tim Kelly, we'll post this on our Speed UTV site. People are saying they want to walk before they run. Kyle Whitted says he's in races in District 38 and a few Best in the Desert. Robert Morgan says he's getting a 4-seater and plan on racing it. This is why we wanted to talk about racing with you guys tonight. We will offer every accessory you guys need to go racing, so we will do that. We'll make that job easy for you if you choose to turn your Speed UTV into a race car. We will have all the accessories on Speed side by side, and then we will also do some race-ready cars. But like I said, those cars will not be available for purchase until July. All right. Charlotte car should shred the stock class. Kyle Whitted said. Kyle, thank you for that, but I have it planned in shredding every class. This thing should be right in there with the class 10 cars, if not a little bit faster than 10 cars. My goal. Who knows? They're going to be very, very fun cars. Bison Racing said he's going to take number 75 UTT. Dave Thomas, that is. Baja Mark, number 117 El Diablo RG's going racing. Jimmy Tyler wants to know what the race cars are going to cost. We're going to work that out, make sure we have our I's dotted, T's crossed, that we can deliver you guys the best car. And do you think Score will force it to make its own class because of Polaris? There is no reason that Best in the Desert, Score, UTV Nationals, anybody should make this car to go to a different class. This is a production UTV. We are a manufacturer just like Polaris and Can-Am. And no, we are not going to be forced to another class. We are going to race with the best and the best in the same class. And we are excited and looking forward to that.
Don't forget your call.
All right, so Jeff Brennan, how are you doing, buddy? I'm doing good, thank you. How can I help you tonight?
Yeah, quick question. Okay. The radiator, does it pull the air from the side or through the car? In other words, can I put a window thing with longer airflow?
The question that Jeff has is if he puts a front windshield in the front of it, on his, let's call it open cab UTV, will it bother the airflow? Until we have further testing, that's going to be a hard one to answer. We do have a positive pressure roof scoop that will allow air to come across the top and should get deflected down before the radiator. We have put a massive radiator in the car that does have 3 big 10-inch fans on it. And we've also blocked the low pressure coming from underneath the engine compartment, which is what happens with a lot of, what's the right word, a lot of buggies that have rear radiators and put a windshield in. But I think we've addressed the issues. I'm pretty certain that we will be able to put a windshield in it. For sure you'll be able to put a half windshield in it. But my goal is to be able to have a windshield in this one as well. And I'm sure we'll figure out a package to make that work.
Yeah, and one more question. The 1400 cc I saw on something, is that going to be an option for our car?
All right, so 1400 cc was wishful thinking. So I want to lean back over here a little bit. One thing we did is when we designed the engine, we were shooting for 1400 cc's. Let's just turn back on. Sorry about that. I lost the screen here. We were shooting for 1400 cc's, but it came down to, I think it's
1260.
1260. 1260 is where we ended up with a big bore kit. Remember, if you put a 1260 kit in, you will not be able to race Best in the Desert. You'll not be able to race most of the 1000 cc classes. You would have to move into the unlimited class. But the reason for having a big bore kit is we did a 4-inch piston with the bore and stroke we talked about a few weeks ago. So if you go and look at some of our presentations, we will get a 1260. That will definitely give us more power, but that's really for the sanding guys. The guys that want to go to the hill, guys that want to go blast around at the dunes, that's a Dune Package, and that will be an upgrade, or not an upgrade, that will be available on Speed to side-by-side, and that will be a new lower block, basically, that will have steel sleeves and just be plug and play straight to a 1260 cc. Hope that answered that question.
Yeah, that answered it. Well, thank you, Robby. Keep up the good work, and I can't wait for my car.
All right, thank you. Appreciate it. What number do you have again, Jeff? What was your number? 45. Number 45. You came early. Thank you very much, buddy.
No problem, Robby. All right, brother. I'll let you get back.
All right, cool. All right, so we've taken 2 calls. That was Jeff. He has car number 45. So, you know, he jumped on board early as a Speed UTV customer, and I appreciate the guys that believed in us from the beginning. I want to let everybody know that we have jumped another 91 cars since last week. We had one of our bigger weeks after we left Sand Sports, but this is 91 orders in just 1 week, not counting dealer orders. And we have some dealers that are some very aggressive dealers that are very interested in the Speed product. So hopefully in the next few weeks, for the guys that want to go to a dealer and get a car, we'll be able to announce our dealers. The current dealers that are on board is we got Coin, Power Sports, and El Centro. I think they've sold all their cars that they pre-ordered. I'm not sure, but you can give Coin Power Sports a call if you want to, and then we'll go from there. So I don't have any other calls coming in, but then we talked about what it takes to race. Race car questions again. Can we get a raw cage? Sorry, I can't get you a raw cage. You're gonna have to do what you do with a Polaris Can-Am, something else. It will come, if you get an RG edition, you'll be getting an orange cage. If you get LE, you'll be getting a black cage. And if you get a base model, you'll be getting a black cage as well. All right, so you'll be getting black cage, and I believe you're gonna get charcoal suspension on LEs and base models. Prefab welded door bars, yes, we will have prefab welded door bars in a box ready to ship to you. I got Todd Hainsworth. He really likes the neon yellow, so obviously a fan of the Menard days. I love the Menard yellow color. I wore that color for 20 years off and on with orange, and yeah, we'll look at that right now. RG edition will be orange. I will consider that. Pretty certain that I'm going to have to stay with orange based on the Speed colors, but thank you for that. Obviously, you can strip your cage once you got it and make it yellow if you choose. There's plenty of good powder coat companies around that can hook you up on that. We got a couple here in Charlotte. We got a couple on the East Coast or West Coast over with MB. Some guys that have helped us for years. Yeah, Tim Kelly, I'm going through that. Race legal roll cage. Yes, our roll cage is race legal. We are 095. We are 1 3/4. But you will have to weld up your connections like we did at the MIT 400. That's something we're definitely going to do. I got another call coming in real quick. Hello, caller. How are you doing today?
Hey, okay.
Good. You got Robby Gordon here. How's it going?
Great. I'm calling, obviously I just placed my order for the athlete. I was calling to see, so the other fast, and was, the seats are going to be capable of possibly, mounting a child car strip, which you're speaking of.
All right. Well, first, what's your name, buddy?
Okay.
Hey, Kyle, Robby Gordon. Like I said, hey, thank you for that question. The question was, he just bought an LE car, and he wants to know if the seats are going to be capable of a child seat. I believe that you can strap your child seat straps to our seat. I believe. It also has a mount at the bottom. It's 4 bolts flat on the bottom that bolts in the carbon seat. If you got an LE, you're going to get the carbon seats. Pretty easy to remove that and make yourself a nice child seat. I don't know how big your kid is, but you know, I was taking Max out at a very young age and getting him experience and teaching him the love of Baja or the love of the desert and outdoors. So I think it's great that you're going to do that. Please make sure if you do that you strap their seat in 100% safe, and you know, you're putting your kid in there, so drive responsible.
Oh yeah, I'm almost definitely 2 years old, and we have to do it here, but we're kind of used to it. We're big, so like there's only months of plan once a year, so you know, just keep my ball on, so I got family, and you know, kind of trying to get my little one into it. He loves riding in his van of double F, so I did the order and really like it as well.
All right, thank you. Thanks for calling tonight. All right, so that was cool. Basically, he's a double X customer that has wanted to add to his fleet, I believe is the way I understood it. And he bought a 4-seater so that he could take his family out as well and take them out off-roading at a young age, which is really cool.
There's another call.
All right, one more call. We'll make this the last call for the night, all right? Hey, caller, Robby Gordon, how you doing?
Hey, Ronnie, good to show up.
Hey, Sean, how you doing tonight, man? You're the last caller, so thanks for calling in. Appreciate it.
No problem. What is that? If I ordered a UTT or an upgrade to the RG edition, when do you think delivery would be? On would it be after the beginning of the year, or still be before the end of the year?
We have, let me give you where we're at. We're over 950 vehicles sold, which is amazing. Very over-delivered on my expectations at this time of day. I figured we'd probably get to the 1,000 number about the time of launch, but we're going to be at 1,000 this week, which is incredible. And you know, I think that has a lot to do with you guys believing in me with what our ability is to build a proper vehicle. You know, we're involved with the Polaris and then the double X and now this. Your question, I'll get to your question, is if I order a car today and I upgrade to an RG, one, you're going to want a UTT we're going to keep online for a little bit longer. I want to make sure that everybody understands that the 4-seater, the 4-seat LE model, it changes at the end of this month. So be prepared. I've been warning you guys this for a few weeks now. What we're doing is we are trying to get ready for the dealer network, okay? So we allowed everybody to buy cars at a deal to build the brand. You guys have been awesome and exceptional. And we will continue to do your upgrades from that. But 4-seat orders, they will start locking in here this week, and we will continue to allow you to upgrade to the RG if you choose to do that. So 4-seat prices are going to change. UTT and Baja Bandit. I will keep those prices and what they are right now. You will be able to buy an LE Bandit and UTT for, let's go till,
August 1st.
yeah, I'm gonna say August 1st. Let's keep that. Let's give you guys a fair opportunity, like we gave the 4C guys an opportunity to get an upgraded car with carbon seats, roof, custom graphics. I'll keep that around on the UTT and the Bandit for another few months. All right, so we're gonna do that, and you will be able to upgrade that if you choose to upgrade to an RG model. I lost the screen again. I think I answered the question. Are you going to get it? Based on the numbers, we can build 40 cars a day. So I want to make sure everybody understands that once we fire into manufacturing, we have some goals of when we're going to fire that up. We build 40 vehicles a day. We will be shipping 400 vehicles a week, and that will fire up. And our goal is to deliver cars Thanksgiving weekend. So unless something radically changes with this coronavirus stuff, we are on track. We have progressed with our engineering, and it has been a lot of fun. It's really been cool to grow this to the level that we've been able to grow it. So thank you for your support.
All right, thank you.
Yeah, so to answer your question exactly, if you order a car now, you're looking right around the first of the year based on the numbers that we have committed.
Okay, sounds good.
All right, thank you, bye. All right, I'm gonna tune this thing back in. That was the last call I'm gonna take for the night. Thank you for sticking around with me as we do this. I got some exciting stuff coming up here, of stuff that we still wanna share with you guys. I wanna talk about the roof, because there's a lot of questions. If I buy the LE, do I get the positive pressure roof? In this picture here, I wanna make it clear that this is cut out. This is what the CAD looks like. And it is cut out like you've seen on the Speed XX roofs. This will be cut out, it will be positive pressure. So the question is, can I put a windshield? Pretty positive you're gonna be able to put a windshield in it, but let me get through summertime testing in the heat. I will let you know if in the summertime you gotta run a half windshield or you gotta take the windshield out. We'll give you some riding conditions. My goal is to over-inform you guys, to give you as much information as possible with setups, ride heights, temperatures, duning, horsepower, wherever you want to go.
Pause from here. What's pause? This one.
I remember Robby saying carbon fiber roof, not a plastic one. No, the LE cars will come with our plastic roof like you see on the Speed UTV. If you've ordered an LE 2-seater, you'll get the 2-seater roof. If you ordered a 4-seater, you'll get the 4-seater roof. And the El Diablo, it takes its own roof as well. So we have to make 3 brand new roof molds to be able to fit our current roofs. Carbon roof, we will have one available for racing. That will be an upgraded accessory for lightweight if you're that worried about your weight.
So it's already paused.
You
So
will be
gotta
able to
turn
get
the
carbon
light on.
wrap for your car, and maybe that's what you heard me say before. You will be able to have the carbon wrap graphics like we run on the cars that we run. We'll have a white carbon and a black carbon available in the RG edition. One guy here says, I hope things don't start changing. I ordered 2 cars. Things aren't going to change, and let me tell you, from the time we launched this car at Sand Sports, we have given you guys more. We've given you a better design chassis. We've given you extra gear in the gearbox. We've given you a dash with a flat screen and screen mirror. We have delivered you, or we're going to deliver you, a much nicer car than what you thought you guys were going to get at Sand Sports. So I can promise you things are changing, but they're changing in the upward projection instead of the downward. My goal is to give you the best car in the industry. All right, so positive pressure roof. This looks like a 2-seater, so this is probably either a Bandit or a Diablo here. Electrical questions. Someone wanted to talk electrical, and I would like to address some of the electrical. When we designed the XX, we put a lot of electrical options in there for you. We gave you a plug under the dash for the radio. We gave you whip light mounts with plugs behind the rear package tray. We are going to do this again. We are going to make the accessory business as easy as possible for you guys. So yes, you'll have a fuse block to be able to plug in your GPS. You'll be able to plug in your race systems. If you turn it into a race program, you'll have a power plug, a 12-volt power plug up in front. You will have a chase light plug at the back that hooks directly to the battery. So it'll always be on, which is very important for racing. A lot of people wonder, why do we hook the battery to the race light? To be honest, I think it needs to be directly to the battery, even if you shut the battery off, because there's some guys that crash and they reach over and they shut the battery off. That's actually, in my opinion, a very bad design. I think there should be a power plug coming straight from the battery, that at the start of the race, you plug your light in. So you actually have to get out of the car, unplug your light to be able to turn it off. Because how many times have you guys seen someone reach behind, shut the light off, and be stopped on the track? I think that's actually a bad design, and I will address this with SCORE and Best and Better and UTV Nationals, because I think it should be a direct plug that at the start line, you plug it in and you're good to go, and the only way you shut it off is after the race when you unplug it. But we will give you those things. Christmas parade lights, 12-volt parade lights. We're going to have 2 whip light plugs at the rear so you can run 2 whip lights. We will also fabricate 2 tabs to the back. We will move the tabs far enough back that if you want to put a radio antenna on it, or if you want to put a lighted whip on it, there'll be enough room that you don't bind up with the weld. So we will shift that tab back. All the mistakes we've made in the past, we are giving you guys on these vehicles. And that's one thing nice. Like I said, there's been 35 years of experience, but at the same time, that's probably 35 years of mistakes as well that will be addressed and put in this car right from the get-go. John Tamila on the XX, Robby and Todd and Speed developed a pre-wired fuse accessory ports. Great feature. Yes, this will continue. We will try to do a better job with that. We've given you more accessory options through the phone. We've given you a backup camera, a forward camera from where you're driving in the rocks. This will be an option on all LE cars, and it's something you guys are going to get. So when someone said, I hope things don't change, we never talked about backup cameras. We never talked about front cameras. We never talked about screen sharing at Sand Sports. We're giving you guys more and more every single day to provide the best car in the industry, and I want to make sure it's very difficult for the competition to catch up. My goal is to be the best in the business when it comes to UTV brand, and it would be like buying a Ferrari or a Lambo or a hot rod car where you get all the cool accessories. All right, that's going to be the end of questions. That's the end of phone calls for tonight. Let's get into in tonight's presentation a little deeper. We are final on body. So this, what you're seeing here, and I'll zoom in, you're seeing final body. This is what the A-side plastics looks like. Here's your radiator exit. I'll zoom that in the bed. This is your radiator exit. This will have a scoop on the front side, scooping the air into the radiator. Side of the body, there is a step right here. One thing that was really interesting is I went for a ride with John Menard late in 2019, and when we went riding up there in Wisconsin, one thing John struggled with was, one, getting in the car, he felt claustrophobic. He didn't really like stepping up over the bar. So what we've done is we've added 2 bars down the side here. So there's a 2-bar little subframe here. You will be able to open the door, step right in, and there is a step. There is a step which will act as a mud guard, but it'll also be a step to help you get in the car and make that job just a little bit easier for the bigger guys and don't take it the wrong way, the elderly ones that want to go out and have fun as well. This car is a production fun car for everybody to enjoy. You know, a lot of people when we're designing this car, they say, I want this, and then I get someone else says, I want that. But what you guys have to understand when we're designing this car, we're designing this car for a wide range of ages, and we have to have styles and traditions and features that work for everybody. So everybody has their own style at the end of the day. You will be able to customize your car like you do a Polaris or a Can-Am if you choose to do that. But our goal is to give you the best car in the industry right from the get-go. This is the front. So when we talk about the front, this is not a block in there, that's just a back firewall. This is the headlights. It will have an LED strip that will smile. One thing I always want to do is be able to have a smile looking at the hoops, because I think this car is going to be just rad down to the big bumps. 2 bright LED lights. On the LE cars and the RG car, the center hood grille will light up like the Mercedes. So we will light up the hood grille. The Speed S will light up for you. All right, now let's get into color configurations and configurators and where we're headed with this. And people have been waiting for this for a long time. We're going to need a little more time to be 100% final where we can adjust it to place it right to your order. But the configurator is up and running with a partner of ours that we've worked with on the XX body wraps. And we will have this configurator on the Speed UTV site that will allow you to configure and place your order and click the button. And once you do, that will design your wrap. I just want to kind of explain what it means. Is you will be able to go to your background color, your color option color 2, and you'll be able to choose this. So this color option here was chosen orange. This color option here was chosen black. There's also a wheel color. There's a bunch of different options, but here's some ideas of what you could do with your car. These will be on the Speed UTV site, and I will flick over to the configurator for a couple minutes to show you how it works. I will go down on this screen. I'll fire back up on the configurator and show you how we're going to be able to change it. And this is a feature that we talked about at Sand Sports, and I think a lot of people were confused. The timing is not today to do your configuration, but this will be coming in the next few weeks. We'll have it where you can look at it from the top, the side, the back. You can roll the thing around. Wheels will be, you'll get a choice of wheel styles. With regards to colors, colors will be an option on the RG. So the RG will have a color option. The other ones will come as a different option. RG will get color option wheels. And they will get two styles of wheels. So as you see here, here's the 14 spoke wheel. These are our brand new 2-piece wheel that has the beadlock incorporated into the wheel face. This is something we designed for the Unicorn, and we're bringing it straight over to the UTV again, trying to deliver the best products for the end-use customer, and that's you guys. Got many, many, many different designs.
Spring colors?
Spring colors, I guess. That's going to be really cool.
No.
I like this one. I see this being Speed here and maybe a Monster M here. I see a combo energy program there.
Coil spring colors.
Coil spring colors, no, there won't be coil spring color options.
What's the color?
Gray.
Gray,
We will be a charcoal gray spring. That just is a neutral color that will go with everybody's. The question Casey asked, and he's answering questions, will we get to choose our coil spring colors? And that answer is no. But they will be a neutral color that'll be charcoal gray. That way it flows if you choose green, if you choose black, if you choose blue, if you choose red, if you choose orange.
Works with everything.
You know, all these colors. This one right here, this is Daniel's car. And what I told Daniel, I just want to make sure you guys are aware. Daniel picks this color car and comes to Glamis. I'm going to park down at the store, and I want to make sure he's over at Roadrunner. All right, he's going to be on the other side of the valley, and if he comes to my side, I want him to call me ahead of time so I can go to the other side. But you know, everybody has their own styles, and I'm only having fun here with that because everybody has a style. One thing cool about Speed UTV, you can make it your own. And that's really what you guys want to do. You want to be able to customize it. You want to be able to make some changes. You want to be able to put some accessories on. We're going to make that job as easy as possible. One thing cool is we're going to let you pick your colors right from the get-go if you choose an LE. If you choose an RG, you're getting our race specs. You'll look like our race cars. You'll look like part of the team. And we're excited about it. Imagine it being very similar to a Ricky Johnson bike back in the day, or a Bob Hurricane Hanna bike, or a Mike Bell bike back in the day. There was so many cool options when I was a kid, and I want to make sure that people will have that same choice to choose the vehicle they want.
Colors
Are you liking that color? Like that color?
They're saying, yeah, but Daniel will get the girls with that color.
What color?
Well, he probably will get the girls, and let me tell you, after 79 straight days in this shop, whew, he's going to be wild when we let these doors open, let me tell you. Stand back, girls.
What color's the plastic?
What color is plastic? Right now, original plastic will come charcoal gray. What looks nice on charcoal gray, I'll zoom in here. You can see a little bit of the gray that will fall into the wraps. So it will be charcoal gray. like some kind of metallic charcoal, gunmetal.
Like the earlier renders.
Like the earlier renders, thank you. Blue, I mean, these things are cool. They're hot looking, and you know, everybody has a different style. Still going back to Daniel's car. They will know you're coming to town. I mean, one thing about this, they will know you're coming. I like these. There's some cool designs for sure.
Can you talk about the colors of the RG edition?
Yep, so here's what I'm going to do. RG edition colors, I cannot give you that today because I have not picked my 2021 graphic kit. As soon as I do, you'll get to see it. It will be something black and orange. It'll be something that flows with the body. It'll have some cool features where we can still put some sponsor logos on it as well as the Speed logos and RG Signature Edition. Go ahead.
Still choose between white and orange or black and orange?
Yes, you will still be able to choose your primary color, black or white, and those will be primary colors, will be black or white carbon. So they will have black or white carbon look. Let me clarify, it's not carbon fiber, but it's a carbon look that looks really, really nice. I've used it on my Dakar cars. I use it on the white carbon cars, what Max and me raced at the Mint 400. This is a pretty cool thing. I'm gonna break from here for just a second, and I'll come back and show you how the configurator works. Give me just 1 second, I'm working on it. I'll get to you, I'll be back here in just a second.
People want yellow. No RG.
All right, I want to show you the configurator here. And I'm going to play with this design right here. And it gives you the opportunity to do that. Let's start with popular color. You get two styles. We're going to stick with this style. We're going to get into customizing our colors here. I'm going to pick a background color. I should have probably started with a black car, so I'll start with a black car there. Now you've seen a black color option. But I'm going to mix it up and I'm going to change it. I'm going to mix the body there. Now you say, oh gosh, Robbie, you put, you know, black and white and raspberry and orange. Well, hang on a second. That's not really what I wanted to do. I'll get down into the plastics. I'll change my roll cage. That has now gone to cage color black, rim color gray. Get into my custom features. I got a color over here. Let's do that color in white, and bam, you have just configured that car from that car to that car. All right. Now that I know where I'm playing with my features at, let me see what this color looks like in Menard Yellow. Bang, there's a Menard Yellow car. I was kind of kidding. I want that thing to fade, and I want it to fade to the back. So that's what the car looks like in that. I want it in blue. Bang, there's the car in blue. What's nice is you can then say, okay, well, I'm going to go down to color number 2, and I really like blue and yellow. So now I've picked that yellow option there. I go to color number 3, and I pick that color option there. And now I've got a black, a blue, a white, and a yellow, and gray. Pretty cool the way the feature works. You can then come in and start playing with your colors. You say, you know what, that blue, I really want green. There's that color green. And then I'll get into my popular color choice. My next color, my color over here. I want to go green again.
Aren't you charging more if they do green?
I should charge more to do green. I think that green, just so you know, if you pick green, consider it being $1,000 more. If you pick orange, I'll give you a discount.
Oh no. You
All right, there we go. Mixed up some colors here a little bit.
Do not call Ginger.
I'm just trying to show you how we can change colors and mix it around. You know, everybody has a different style. One thing we want to do, you know, I want purple. You know, I really meant to have purple. I didn't want the raspberry. I wanted purple, but still wanted to have a little thicker Menard Yellow over here. You can do your numbers. Let's zoom into numbers real quick. Let's talk about numbers. Every vehicle that gets ordered is going to have a vehicle number right here. You can keep that number on if you choose to, but you can also choose to take it off. But for us, it's going to make it a lot easier to follow your car all the way down. So the first thing we do when your car comes off the line, because the VIN number is small, we will drop those numbers on first. So that'll be the way we'll track you. That's the way we'll be able to track you at the desert as well. All right, let's mix this thing around a little bit. Let's go for some sand color. And then let's come over here and go, you know, the Raptor sand color is pretty cool. Oh, I got that mixed up over there. Let me go to white. Another way to just turn the configure around and give you guys some different things. So stay tuned. This configurator is coming to you. It's something that will be on the Speed UTV site as well. You will be able to play with it. It's going to be a lot of fun. And it's going to make it easier to pick the car that you really want. What time are we at, Ginger?
9:49.
9:49. All right, cool. Anybody want to see any other colors just for fun?
Change the wheels.
Change the wheels. All right, in case you want to change the wheels. So we're going to go down to wheel color. What color wheels do you want?
No, can you do the RG wheel?
It's on there.
I don't have the RG wheel on here, but I will have the configurator set up for you where you can change the wheels. But what I did there is I changed the wheel to orange. You can go to gray or you can go to black. So you get three choices
colors.
right there, just simple. Slide right over. What's it look like with gray wheels? What's it look like with black wheels? All right. Then we want to come back in. You want to leave on a good note. What kind of colors you guys looking for? What do you want to see? You want to see an all black?
White, baby blue, and gray.
All right, white, baby blue, and gray. I'll get you one of those too. There's an all black one.
It's the same one my sister.
All right, just give you an idea now. We had a white, a baby blue, and gray. All right,
There you go.
Tuxedo.
well, there we go. That's a good looking car. Tuxedo car, hit that.
Tuxedo.
Well, let's mix around here. Let's go to that raspberry. Let's play with some green. Let's go to some Menards yellow. Let's go to some bright yellow. Let's go to some dark green. Let's go to some baby blue. So we had white
White, baby blue, and gray.
and gray. All right, so let's come down to this color here. Let's do the fade front to rear on that color. White there. Let's fade that up. Let's stay white on that. And
Black,
there we go.
There.
White, baby blue, and gray. There you are. That's me configuring it that way.
Minty fresh.
All right.
Zoom in.
But now let's say, okay, well, I really wanted to do something different. I wanted to go red. I've lost my configurator. It's not
We
working
zoomed
anymore.
out for a sec.
Okay.
All right, cool. Well, thank you. That gave you an option of colors. I hope that works for you. I've lost the configurator of how to adjust it, but we will be explaining more of this
The
in the future. Go ahead.
zigzags, is that?
Zigzags. We will give you a few options to pick from for basic styles and start changing your colors. You do not have to have zigzags. We'll get you some flowing colors. We'll get you some sharp edges. We'll come around and mix a few different lightning bolt designs. We'll give you we'll give you three options to choose from. I'll give you three options to replace colors from to make it easy, all right? So thank you for that. And you will be able to pick white carbon, black carbon, blue carbon, pink carbon. There's some really cool designs that you will be able to do. And this is the fun part about it. And I told you it was coming, but we had to get the body right before we could bring the graphics. A-side body's done, chassis done, suspension's done, brakes are done, shocks are done, hubs, wheels, and spindles are done. Rear differential is complete. Front differential is complete as far as drivetrain and gears. We're still working on a lightning package for the front diff. I want to make sure that is one, robust and strong, but also light. So we're working on that. Our goal for that is Friday night. We'll be done with front diff. Engines, we're very, very, very close on engines. We're done with internal. We're working on motor mounts. We're working on knock sensors, the right place to put that, O-ring in the heads, doing a bunch of cool things to make sure we give you the best car in the business. Hang on 1 second, and I'll be back.
Can you do a walk around an IndyCar before you leave?
Will I walk around the IndyCar? Yeah, I'll do another
They want
walk
you
around
to
the
start
IndyCar.
it.
They want me to start the IndyCar?
They want you to
They're not going to happen tonight.
Oh man, you got any alcohol?
At home?
You got methanol? I'm not talking about some Jim Beam. We're talking about methanol. That thing runs on methanol. Oh. All right, so we're back. We're back to the page, the site. This is what's going to be posted this week. Here is, like I said, there is the configurator. You guys have seen how that works. Here's just another few cool options. I'll leave you tonight with cool options of colors.
Have you explained the wheels yet?
Have I explained the wheels?
Somebody wants to do the beadlock rings. And
Beadlock rings.
yes.
Do we have a wheel? We don't have a wheel face here, do we, of the unicorn? No, right?
We can show them cutout of what we did with it.
All right,
We'll do
so
that next week.
there is not an option this week to show you the wheels. Beadlock rings are going to be very, very hard to change the color. You're going to have to do some good tape masking if you want to do the beadlock ring. Another thing we could do, if you wanted to put a beadlock ring in, we could throw a quick little beauty ring on top of your wheel face. But the beadlock ring on the RG, UTV, and unicorn wheels is the wheel face. I know that's going to confuse a lot of people. How does that work? Daniel, do you think you could...
You want me to get a wheel off the truck?
Huh?
Want me to get a wheel off the truck?
Wheel off the unicorn? You want to share a wheel with them?
No?
No.
I got
You
the-
guys,
we'll
I don't
do-
want to share a wheel with you.
Do it next week. We got
Next week I will put a wheel configurator up. We'll do a quick little cool video. Actually, what I'll do is I will post it on my Instagram. If you turn into Speed or Robby Gordon's Instagram or Speed UTV's Instagram, Daniel has built this cool little feature for me. We'll post both wheels on there so you can see how the feature works. All right. So I want to thank the engineering group for the hard work they've been doing. Not only my staff here, but everybody that's involved with us. Everybody from the guys in California, the guys in Southern California, Northern California, the engine shop over in Concord, the guys over, Craig and his boys up in Wisconsin, Albans in Australia. You know, we have had a fleet of engineers working on this project. And honestly, with the racing being slow, it has allowed us to advance our engineering and to give you actually a better product than what we promised you at Sandsports. This Speed UTV is a Formula One car of the UTV industry, all right? We are bringing you the best of the best, and I can promise you it's gonna take a decade for any of the other manufacturers to even get close to us if they can. That's it for tonight. Thank you for tuning in. I will do a walk around the Indy car. You guys probably want to see if I can climb in it.
Somebody did ask.
Can I climb in it? I can get back in that thing.
They want to see the unicorn.
The unicorn.
Unicorn's off limits.
Unicorn's off limits. I mean, the unicorn is like, that would be like showing you my girl naked. There is no way. All right?
Let's stand on that wing.
Yeah, here's some cool features. A lot of people look at this and they say, okay, yes, I am trying to lose some weight, all right? I don't know what's coming up in May because that one's not happening. But one thing I want to show you guys, a lot of people get really surprised about this, but this wing, obviously if it's going to make 5,000 or 6,000 pounds of downforce like it did the days when I raced Indy cars, it had to be able strong enough to handle me. All right, so I love the Menards cars. I had so much fun racing with John and the IndyCar program. Am I going to race this car?
What year did you race that?
This was the 99 car. This was the year before we moved into NASCAR. Look at that. This is not the car I ran out of fuel, but yeah, if you want to show me down in here, I think it wouldn't be a problem to get back in and give her a whirl. Steering shaft's a funny story. Steering shaft's missing, but obviously down inside the cockpit with some fat shoes makes it a little hard to reach the pedals. This was a sequential gearbox back in 1999. Anti-roll bars here. There are just a lot of cool features on these vehicles that allow us to expand. It doesn't matter if it was the NASCAR program, the Baja program, the UTV program that we're doing now. If you're not taking small little bits that you learned at all this, you're not going to advance. And one thing with me that I'm very fortunate is one, I've probably driven for some of the best teams in the world. You know, if you look at the teams I've driven for, Dan Gurney, AJ Foyt, Michael Andretti, Richard Childress, Cal Wells. Now it's a little harder. All right, Cal Wells.
Walker?
Michael Andretti, Derek Walker was an excellent operator. a good friend of mine, and all these guys have taught me so much. How to build race cars, how to be competitive, and how to win. And looking forward to winning in the UTV category with our own brand.